Hello guys, welcome back to another video. What you're looking at right now is the brand new Unreal Engine 5.8 MetaHuman Markerless Motion Capture plugin inside of Unreal Engine 5.8. On the left side of my screen, I'm simply recording myself with an iPhone camera, and as I move my arms, as I turn around, and if I gesture with my hands like I'm talking, maybe this can be an NPC animation. We could have, like an interact, where I'm grabbing an item, something like that. Unreal Engine is automatically converting this video footage into real character animation. And the crazy part about it is that there's no motion capture suite, there's no markers, no expensive mocap studio involved, and the regular video gets processed directly inside of Unreal Engine. And in this video, we're gonna take a look at how the plugin works, how easy is it to actually set up, and are the results actually good enough to use in your games and projects. And if you are new here to the channel, my name is Smart Pauly. I make all sorts of Unreal Engine news, content, and tutorials, so make sure you drop a like and subscribe for more future videos. Also, before we get into the video, I just released my new Unreal Engine Masterclass course bundle. I just launched a brand new Unreal Engine Masterclass course. This bundles together all of my courses showing you how to make games inside of Unreal Engine. This Masterclass course has over 150 plus hours of learning content, and I will show you how to make 8 different games from complete scratch. You'll master multiplayer networking, survival mechanics, AI, user interfaces, game optimization, mobile development, and so much more. Included in the Masterclass bundle are all the completed game project source files, so you can use them as reference while you learn, or if you just want the completed game project, we have you covered. Check out the Unreal Engine Masterclass link in the description below, and with that being said, let's get right back to the video. So the first thing that you'll need to do is create a brand new Unreal Engine 5.8 project. So again, this will only work with 5.8 and above. Then you want to go to your edit plugins and search for MetaHuman. You'll need to enable the MetaHuman Animator plugin, MetaHuman Animator Markerless Motion Capture, MetaHuman Core Tech, MetaHuman Core ML, MetaHuman Creator, and then MetaHuman Live Link and MetaHuman SDK. Now, if you don't see some of these plugins in here, what you'll need to do is when you're downloading Unreal Engine 5.8, you want to, in your options, make sure that you download the MetaHuman Creator Core data over here. Okay, you hit this little checkbox and it will include that in the download. Now, if you've already downloaded 5.8, all you have to do is come to the launcher, click the options here and modify, click the checkbox, click apply, and that will go ahead and download that MetaHuman Core data, which includes the MetaHuman Creator and all the assets that you'll need for this video. Okay, so go ahead and download that and now create a brand new project and you should see these plugins. So once you enable the plugins, you'll restart your project. I've already done that. But now that we've restarted it, what we can do is we'll need a video. And for this tutorial, I'm using this video that I recorded on my iPhone. Now you can use any camera you'd like, any video capturing software. In my case, I use an iPhone camera and I actually had to convert this video because it's like an MOV file. So it's not the best quality, but obviously you can use a better quality camera like a 4K one, 60 FPS. So this will do for this tutorial. So when you have your video here, you want to go and open up Live Link. So you go to the tools, and over here, you want to go to the Live Link Hub. So that's under Virtual Production Live Link Hub. That will go ahead and launch the Live Link Hub program, which is basically sort of like another separate Unreal Editor program. So you'll see it'll open it up like this. So it says Live Link Hub, Unreal Editor 5.8. Live Link, you can actually use this to capture, motion capture, facial animations, all that stuff in real time. Through this program and have it directly linked to Unreal Engine. So there's actually a lot of stuff you can do with this. Mainly it's used for like virtual production. But over here under the live data, you want to go ahead and hit the drop down and select Capture Manager. Okay, make sure that you do that. Add a device, click the plus icon and select Mono Video Ingest. Okay, there's other different ones here like OBS Studio. So again, if you're doing virtual production and you want like real-time capture, there's a lot of options there for that. But since we're just doing a single video, we're gonna select the Mono Video option here, and then we need to add the video file. So in order to do that, we select this and we can add a directory right here. So click the 3-dot icon and then basically navigate to wherever you have your videos stored. I have mine on my users, downloads, in this folder called UE Mocap. So just select the folder where you have the videos and it should load it here in this browser, okay? Then you select the video you want to process. We'll select that one and we'll click this Add to Queue button. Okay, it will add it to our queue. Over here, you can modify the video image quality, the audio, all that stuff. We're going to leave it as the defaults, and then we're just going to click start. And what that will do is it will convert this video into a Unreal Engine file for our project. So just go ahead and give that a second. This video that I'm using, it's only probably about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes long. So it might take longer depending on your video length and video quality. Obviously, higher quality video, like a 4K video, will take a little bit longer. And once it's 100% complete, status is a little checkbox. You can close the Live Link Hub. We're done with that. But now we can go into our content folder, and you should have a folder for Capture Manager, Imports, Mono Video Ingest, and you'll see it'll create a new folder for the video name. So in my case, I had my Mocap test 1. And it created these 3 different files. We have the capture data, the image media source, and the sound. So now what we need to do is create a MetaHuman performance. So right click and create under the MetaHuman. We want to create this MetaHuman performance asset. Okay, so this will be our MetaHuman performance. And then I'm just gonna name this Mocap test and double click open this up. So let's go ahead and dock this up here at the top. And so in this MetaHuman performance asset, we want to go over to the details panel over here, and we need to select the footage capture data. So hit the drop down and select the Mocap test or whatever video file it created. And you can see there's the video on the left. You can scrub through the timeline and see it play through. But then we want to, over here in the details, select body tracking. Okay, so we can see the actual skeleton. And then in order to actually have this assigned to like a MetaHuman character, we'll actually need to create a MetaHuman character. If you have one already, you can use that. But if you don't see one in this little drop down over here, we'll need to create one. So I'll show you guys how to do that real quick. Just go to your content folder, right click and create a new MetaHuman. Under MetaHuman, you want to do a MetaHuman character. Okay, so you'll just create a new MetaHuman character asset like that. And double click open this up. This will open up the MetaHuman creator editor inside of Unreal Engine. And again, you should have this plugin as long as you downloaded the MetaHuman core data when you install Unreal Engine 5.8. But in here, just the basics, you can select presets over here on the left. So there's a bunch of presetted characters that you can choose from. So just double click on it and it will load that preset. So for example, if I wanted this character, we could select that guy. There's a bunch more other different types of characters, presets. You can also customize it, okay? But I'm not gonna go over that in this video. I've made a separate video about that. Once you're done getting your MetaHuman in here, you just go ahead to assembly, okay? You'll see that the character is not rigged. So you'll need to go over here and click create full rig. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. Okay, and then now that we've created the rig, it's going to say character is missing textures, use download texture sources to create them before assembling. So you have to download the texture sources. So you'll click on that. We'll go ahead and download that. And then you just click this green assemble button, and that will go ahead and create the MetaHuman character and add it into your content browser. So now you should have a new folder for MetaHumans. And it should say, you know, whatever name the MetaHuman you created. And then you should have the blueprint right here, just like that. Okay, so once you've gone ahead and done that, now we can come all the way back to our Mocap performance here. And under visualization, again, just make sure you have body tracking enabled. Have a little checkbox there. And then we're going to select the dropdown, select our BP new MetaHuman character. And it's going to say use audio clock source. We'll just click yes. And it should load it just like that. Okay, so now that we have our MetaHuman character in here, we just have to process our video over here. So we just go to the process button at the top left, click on that, and now it's going to go ahead and start processing this animation. I think using like some sort of machine learning algorithm. Now this process actually took me quite a long time, about an hour or so. And I don't know if that's just because it's my PC acting up. But yeah, maybe if anyone else actually tries this, let me know down in the comments. If you guys do try this, how long of a video clip you try to convert, what was the resolution, and how long does it actually take you to process it? Let me know down in the comments down below, and maybe also just, you know, some background computer specs. It just seems like this took an awfully long time compared to MetaHuman Animator, for example. Maybe because this is like a full body sort of thing, but yeah, who knows. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this, and now that we've processed this data, we should be able to just play the animation. So we can go ahead and play. And yeah, as you can see, we have me jumping here. I'm going to go ahead and real quickly just hide the skeleton. So over here, we can click show skeleton, uncheck that, and I will go ahead and hide the skeleton. Okay. So you can see we're moving the arms. I'm not actually talking in this video, but it will actually do facial motion capture as well. Okay. So if you're talking, it will try to capture the face animation as well. You can see we have like a weapon, equip. Okay, we're pulling out a weapon. We have a pistol. What else do we have in here? We have some, lifting up the legs, moving the hands around. Okay, it looks pretty good results. Grabbing my leg there. Okay, you can see not the greatest one, grabbing the leg. We have like a draw sword animation, giving an item, collecting an item. Okay, we're kind of walking back and forth. It's really nice. It got like the walking movement, so it's pretty good for the tracking there. Okay, we're waving. Okay, now we're going to do the finger test. So, wow, pretty good results. And obviously you could clean this up. You could come into Sequencer and manually keyframe some animations and kind of just use this as like a starting point. That's usually what people do with Mocap. They'll come and clean it up later. But overall, I think this is pretty good results. I mean, you could record a couple of animations for your game, just have it be processed, then cut it out and use it for different types of animations. So how to actually use this animation. So now that we've created this performance, basically you can export the animation. So we have this export animation, which will bake it into an actual sequence. So click on that. You can rename, what the name is over here and where you want to save it. I'll just click save. And you have some settings here. I'll just leave it as a default, click create. Okay, and so now that you have the file, so mine is in my content folder over here, the ASMHP mocap test. Okay, you can open it up, but you want to probably retarget this animation. Let's say you want to use this for games. You could just right click the animation asset and retarget it. And then since I have the third person template, this is the third person gameplay template, I have the different skeletons. So we can use, SKM Manny. Then you just select the asset, the animation asset over there. Just click export animations. You can choose where you want to export it to. We'll just export it to our content folder. Okay, and we'll go ahead and retarget the animation to the UE5 skeleton. And now we have the retargeted animation. So we'll go ahead and open this up. As you can see, here is the UE5 character. And you can basically use this in your games. You could come in here, cut this up into different parts and use parts of it, having like an NPC, fighting, equip animations, all that stuff. You can use this as you need. So yeah, look at that. We even have the crouching there. Okay, my equip animation, idle, like rifle idle there. Yeah, you might need to clean up like the hand parts. You can see that the wrist is twisting there, and it could just be that part of the video quality. If you have a better quality camera, like I was using an iPhone and the resolution wasn't the greatest. So again, if you use a better camera quality, might be better. But yeah, that is going to be pretty much it for this tutorial. Let me know what you guys think about this feature down in the comments down below. Also, if you do try this out, let me know your results. How long of a clip did you try and how long it took to process? And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.